Hello, parents, and welcome to sixth grade. My name is Dan Berglund. I'm a sixth, seventh, and eighth grade math teacher and fifth grade math teacher here. And I just wanted to take a minute to sit down, kind of talk to you a little bit about who I am, and give you an idea of what my classroom is looking like, what your students are going to be going through and experiencing on a day-to-day basis. Talk a little bit about my curriculum and some expectations I have for your student throughout the year. So to get started, give you an idea of what my classroom is looking like. This is what we're working with here, and as you can see, not too many desks. We have a smaller class, which is nice, but you see our desks are kind of spaced out a little bit. We're following the social distancing rules. I know our classes this year are in the block scheduling, so we're doing twice a week for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'll say right now we are taking about 2 or 3 breaks every day, whether that's going to the bathroom, going outside for 5-10 minutes, they're just walking around the building. Anything we can do to prevent our students' brains from kind of frying out and getting overloaded with work. We want students to be able to function efficiently and not again just burn out every single day. So we're taking our breaks and doing those accordingly. I'm trying to make math here this year as fun as possible and as entertaining and as engaging as possible, just so we're not sitting down and writing on paper and doing notes for 2 hours a day. I'm trying to do a lot of they're called around the room activities, just ways of getting students to get up, kind of move around, be active, be social. We encourage students to help each other out while following the social distancing rules, but I'm trying a lot of activities that get us out of our chair and moving around and talking with each other. So I feel like that's really beneficial to getting kids engaged and motivated to learn. My curriculum, what it's going to look like this year, I got it down to it's pretty much cemented for the first half of the year, and then it's going to move up. We might, depending on how we handle the first half this year, we might move things around a little bit, or I might stick with kind of other teachers' approaches from the past. But to begin with, right now we're on number sense and algebraic thinking, and we got about a week or 2 left of that before we quiz. And again, a quiz, we will probably have a quiz every other week. Try to spend maybe a week or 2 on a chapter, or 2 weeks on a chapter before moving on. Students will always have a study guide before the quiz, and then we'll go over that study guide in the next class. They'll have a chance to answer questions before we take the quiz. And we'll always make sure students are prepared for that quiz or the test, whatever it may be. Make sure students are as prepared as possible. We're not in the business of failing any tests or quiz, so the students will be prepared. We'll come back to that in a second. But like I said, we're on number sense and algebraic thinking right now. We're going to move into decimal operations after this chapter. Following that, we're going into fraction operations, then into percents, and followed by ratios and proportions. And then from there, I like the way that kind of progresses and builds on itself. After that, it might get we might shuffle things around, or kind of talk with other teachers to see how they handled the curriculum following that. But that's what we're dealing with right now. Some classroom expectations that I have. A lot of your students are familiar with these expectations. It's pretty straightforward. Come to class prepared. Any notes, homework assignments, stuff like that, I'll print out before class and give them to your students. So they just need to make sure they bring the basics, make sure they have the writing utensils, the computers when needed, paper, the basics. And I always make sure the students know what they need before they come to class, and they have opportunities to go to their lockers if they need to, but we want them to come to class as prepared as possible. Do their homework at home when it's needed. That should go without saying. A lot of students are used to having homework every single day. That's not going to be the case in my class. Maybe 3, maybe 4 times a week at that, but homework is never going to be more than 10-15 minutes at a time, and I almost routinely allow students time at the end of class to do their homework just in case they have any questions. I'm there to help out. If the student misses class, we really preach self-advocacy here, so we encourage them to reach out to me or the other teachers to kind of catch back up and find out what they missed and what they need to be on the same page as everyone else. Again, and also reaching out to fellow students too. That's another big thing. We also have Google Classroom. Any notes, homework assignments, activities that we do in class, I throw all that stuff up on Google Classroom too. So if a student does miss class, they have access to that information. So yeah, always reach out. I'm always available to students and parents. If your student is feeling like they're falling behind and they just aren't getting it, shoot me an email. I will set up a Zoom after school and do a little one-on-one work and do anything I can to help your student get caught back up and make sure that we're all on the same page before we move on. And the same goes to parents. If you ever feel the need to communicate with me, any comments or concerns or anything that you feel like I should know about your student, please feel free to email me. Email me. I'm available 24/7. Once I get your email, I'll make sure I respond as quickly as possible. And, other than that, thank you very much. I look forward to meeting and seeing you in person. Hopefully this all passes sooner rather than later, and we can get back to business as usual. All right. Other than that, thank you very much. Take care, guys.